Students, NEET 2017. Today I have the next 5 questions from 36 to 40. So question number 36 to 40. Now question number 36. Two blocks A and B of masses m and m respectively are connected by a massless is and inextensible string. The whole system is suspended by a massless string. Spring as shown in figure. The magnitudes of acceleration of A and B immediately after the string is cut. Are respectively Now here we are given the figure. This is your A mass 3m. This is another body B of mass m. So now options are: first your G and G by 3, second is G by 3 and G, and third is G and G, and fourth is G by 3 and G by 3. These are the options. Now solution. Now these are suspended by a string, so this string will have a tension let T equal to tension in string. So what will happen that if we make it once more, this is A, this is B, and here we will have the force F. This is the restoring force. Here the tension T. The tension in this string is because of this block, so this will be towards the A, and F equal to restoring force in spring. So now two forces are acting in the same direction and they will have the weight mg also. This is now your 3 mg and its weight will be your mg. So clearly this tension is because of this weight. So this T is equal to mg. This T is equal to mg. Now this force F is because of these two blocks. This is number 1 and this F is equal to, this is now your 3 mg plus T. This is now T here. So now T is equal to mg. So this is equal to 3 mg plus mg. So this is equal to 4 mg. This is equal to F. Now as the string is cut, when string is cut, T equal to 0. T equal to 0. So this block B will fall freely. The block B will fall freely. So its acceleration this is equal to G. Now as this is cut, then this will go down and this only there will be the force 3 mg. So this will move upward. So as a result, because of this force F, resultant force on block A, this is equal to F dash equal to this F minus 3 mg. This is towards like this, then this will have downward to this one. So these two forces are opposite. So net of these forces will be equal to F dash, and F dash is equal to 3 ma. This is equal to 4 mg. That we know that this F equal to 4 mg. So this is now your 3 mg. So this 3 ma equal to mg. M and n will cancel, and from this A is equal to G upon 3. So now acceleration of this block A, this will be your Gy3, and acceleration of this block B, that will be equal to G. So acceleration of block A equal to Gy. So now for A, this is now your Gy3, then this is now your Gy3, and for this second is now G. So right option is second one. The one answer is second. So just you find the equations and then find this force, restoring force. This is because of all these two blocks, and when this is cut from here, then this will fall freely. So its acceleration will be equal to now g, and then you can find that only this block is left. So this will move upward because of this force. So now this resultant of these two forces will be equal to F dash. So this 3 mA, and then find A, that is G by K. Now question number 37. Two polaroids P1 and P2 are placed with their axis perpendicular to each other. Are placed with their axis perpendicular to each other. Unpolarized light I naught, polarized light I naught is incident on P1, is incident on P1. A third polaroid P3, a third polaroid P3 is kept in between P1 and P2, is kept between P1 and P2 such that its axis makes an angle 45, makes an angle 45 degree with that of P1, with that of P1. The intensity of transmitted light, the intensity of transmitted light through P2 is now the options. Now the option is, first option is your I naught upon 2, second is I naught upon 4, and third is I naught upon 8, and fourth is I naught upon 16. These are the options. So now solution to this solution. These are the two polaroids. This is polaroid P1, this is polaroid P2, and the third polaroid is kept between them in this way. This is now P3. So this makes an angle of 45 degree. So now this can be seen that this will make an angle of 45 degree. 45 degree with this one, 45 degree with this one. So with each P1 and P2, the axis of P3 makes an angle of 45 degree. So what we have here is the light that falls. This is the of intensity I naught. Always remember that when the unpolarized light falls on a polaroid, then the intensity of the transmitted light becomes half, because this allows only one kind of vibration to pass through it, and second vibration is restricted by this one. So this means that the intensity of the transmitted light from the first polaroid, that will be I naught upon 2. Intensity of light transmitted by P1 equal to I naught upon 2. So now for this second one, for P3, intensity of light passing through P3. This is your I equal to I dash. Suppose we take the I dash, then this is I naught upon 2. So much, this the intensity will be I naught upon 2. So much intensity is falling on this one. So this is the peak value of the intensity. Then cos square 45 degree. Applying the Malus law. So this is I naught upon 2. This is 1 upon root 2 whole square. So this gives you I dash equal to I naught upon 4. Now then, the intensity passing through this P2. Intensity of light passing through P2. Now with this one, this is making an angle this 45, with this one, this is also now 45. Then light will be transmitted through this one, that will be like this. This is the intensity I. So what we have? I equal to, now this is I dash cos square 45 degree. So I dash is equal to I naught upon 4 into 1 upon root 2 whole square. So this will give you I equal to I naught upon 8. So the intensity of the light passing through this P2, that will be I naught upon 8. So our right answer is third one. So what mistake is done here by many of the students, that the intensity of the light passing through the first polaroid, we take this I naught. This is wrong. This will be I naught upon 2, because the unpolarized light have the two vibrations. One of electric vibration, second is the magnetic vibration. So one of them is stopped by this one. It means that half of the intensity is stopped. So intensity of the light which is going out of the polaroid, that will be I naught upon 2. This is the main thing. So then you apply and then find the answer, that you will get I naught upon 8. Now question number 38. A long solenoid of diameter A long solenoid of diameter 0.1 meter has 2 into 10 to the power 4 turns per meter. Is the center of solenoids at the center of solenoids a coil of 100 turns, a coil of 100 turns and radius 0.01 meter is placed with its axis, with its axis coinciding with the solenoid axis. The current in the solenoid reduces. The current in solenoid reduces at constant rate. Constant rate 0 ampere. 0 ampere from 4 ampere. From 4 ampere. In 0.05 second. If resistance of coil is 10 pi square ohm, the total charge flowing through the coil during this time is first is 32 pi microcoulomb, second 16 microcoulomb, and third 32 microcoulomb, and fourth 16 pi microcoulomb. This is given here. This is the solenoid. This is the solenoid. This is carrying the current I, and a coil is placed here. This is now coil. The axis of these two are in the same direction. This is coil. So we have to find that how much charge will flow through this coil, and this is the direct application of the Faraday laws of electromagnetic induction. So first we find the magnetic field. Magnetic field due to solenoid. This B equal to mu naught Ni. This we know, and this N is given to you here. This is 2 into 10 raised to the power 4 per meter, and this I is given to that decreases from maximum value 4 ampere to 0 ampere. So now the magnetic flux. Magnetic flux through coil. Phi is equal to, this is now NBA. Now here N is given to be 100. A, the area of the coil. So this A equal to area of coil, and this is now your pi r square. Here the r radius of this coil is given to us. That is here is this is 0.01 meter. This is given to us. So what we have that EMF, induced EMF, E equal to d phi upon dt. Here we take the magnitudes. So this E equal to d upon dt, and phi is equal to NBA. So this is what? This is your d upon dt. This is your n, and mu naught n I. This is now your A. So this is your n mu naught, and this n A, and this di upon dt is so much. This is now induced EMF, then the induced current. I equal to E upon R. So the charge through coil, this delta Q is equal to I into dt, dq. So this is dq is equal to I is equal to E upon R into dt, and this is equal to 1 upon R, and this is E, this is your n mu naught n A di upon dt into dt. The dt will cancel. So now you keep the value of all these. R, the resistance is given here. R is equal to, this is now your 10 pi square ohm. 10 pi square ohm. So now you put, this is now 1 upon 10 pi square, n is 2 into 10 raised to the power 4 No, this is 100. Mu naught, this is now 4 pi into 10 raised to the power minus 7. N is given to 2 into 10 raised to the power 4. And this I, this is given the 4. From 0 to 4. So now changes will be in 4 ampere. So now you can see from here that this pi will cancel to, no, this area is one more. This is now A, this is now I, then area, pi into radius of this coil is given to us 0.01. This is now whole square, so much. So this pi, this will cancel, 10 will cancel, and then what is left? 4 to the 8, 8 for the 32. This is now you 0 here, and this will cancel, so this is now your 3. 10 raised to the power minus 3, and this will be 10 raised to the power minus 4. So this 1 0 will cancel. So this is now your 32 into 10 raised to the power minus 6, 32 microcoulomb. 32 microcoulomb, third. So our answer is, right option to this one is third. This is not third. So what do you do? First you find the magnetic field because of the solenoid, and then find the flux through this coil, and then find the induced EMF, and then the induced current, and then this induced this charge Q. Now what we do, that we generally do not take the magnetic field or the solenoid, so that we confuse about this one. And also this, now you are given the radius of this, diameter of this solenoid, so that is meaningless whether this is given or not. So you have to find this one, and that after calculation you will find it to be 32 microcoulomb. तो ये है आपका 38वां क्वेश्चन. अब हम देखेंगे इसमें 39th. Two discs of same moment of inertia. Two discs of same moment of inertia. Same moment of inertia. Rotating about their regular axis. Their regular axis, passing through center and perpendicular to the plane of disk. Perpendicular to the plane of disk with angular velocities omega 1 and omega 2. With angular velocities omega 1 and omega 2. They are brought into contact. They are brought into contact face to face coinciding phase to phase coinciding the axis of rotation. Axis of rotation. The expression for loss of energy. The expression for loss of energy during this process is now the options. Number 1 is 1 by 2 I omega 1 plus omega 2 whole square, and second is 1 by 4 I omega 1 minus omega 2 whole square, and third is I omega 1 minus omega 2 whole square, and fourth is 1 by 8 I omega 1 minus omega 2 whole square. This is given to us. So now solution to this one is now what is given, that these are the two discs. These are two discs, and this is the axis. This is the axis, and they are rotating. This is now having the angular. This is rotating, and this is also rotating. It's omega 1, and this is now omega 2. And now they are brought in contact with each other. Then what will be the loss of energy? Loss of energy. E. This is given by 2, 1 by 2. I1 I2 upon I1 plus I2 into omega 1 minus omega 2 whole square. This is the formula, and here I1 equal to I2 is equal to I. Therefore, this E is equal to 1 by 2 I into I upon I plus I into omega 1 minus omega 2 whole square. So this will be now your 1 upon 4 I, and this is now your omega 1 minus omega 2 whole square. This is now loss of energy. So this loss of energy now corresponds to the option number 2. So here our answer is second. So you use the direct formula 1 by 2 I1 I2 upon I1 plus I2 into I1 omega 1 minus omega 2, and then put the value of I1 and I2 and then find the answer of this one. Now the question number 40. Question number 40. Preeti reached the metro station station and found that escalator was not working. Escalator was not working. She walked up the stationary escalator the stationary escalator in time t1. In time t1. On the other way, if she remains stationary, on the other way, if she remains stationary, if she remains stationary on the moving escalator, then escalator takes her up in time, in time t2. The time taken by her to walk up on the moving escalator, escalator will be, now your options are T1 plus T2 upon 2, and second T1 T2 upon T1 plus T2, and third, this is the minus sign, T1 T2 upon T1 minus T2, and fourth, this is now your T1 minus T2. Now solution. First we are given that she walked up stationary escalator. It means that she is walking with respect to the ground. So velocity of girl with respect to ground This is now your d upon t1. This is now time t1. D suppose the distance from ground to the where he has to reach, and then the velocity of curve with respect to stationary accelerator. This is not stationary accelerator. To stationary escalator. This is now your VGE. This is equal to d upon t1. E is escalator. Then velocity of escalator with respect to ground, this is now VEG. This is now your d upon t2. This is now for second time when this is moving her with the accelerator, that time t2, and then velocity of her with respect to ground, So this is now your VGG. This is now your d upon t. At this time it is not t. So this t you have to find. This t. So this by taking this VGG is equal to this VGE plus VEG. So this is now your d upon t. This is now d upon t1 plus d upon t2. So this will give 1 upon t equal to 1 upon t1 plus 1 upon t2, and this will give you the t equal to t1 t2 upon t1 plus t2. So now right answer is 2. This one t1, this is not plus. Third one, answer third. Answer is third. So the girl will take the time t equal to t1 t2 upon t1 plus t2. So these are the 5 questions of 2017 from 36 to 40. Now 5 more questions are left, which I will take on the next lecture. So thank you very much.